LunarLux is a vibrant mix of turn-based combat and retro-inspired visuals, wrapped in a futuristic sci-fi setting. Its story, centered around saving humanity on the moon, flows with personality and purpose. Combat mechanics feel engaging, with satisfying timing-based attacks and unique skills to master. Characters have depth, humor, and style that add warmth to the adventure. The pixel art pops with color, and the soundtrack sets the perfect tone. There's a clear sense of passion behind every detail, making it a joy to explore and replay. Voltaire, the vegan vampire, serves up a clever twist on action farming gameplay with a gothic flair. Daytime is all about planting and planning, while nighttime turns into frantic tower defense chaos. The art style oozes personality, and the humor stays sharp without feeling forced. Each upgrade feels meaningful, encouraging different approaches without overwhelming. The mix of spooky and silly hits the right note, making each run feel fresh. There's a playful darkness in the design that keeps things interesting long after the first bite. Buissons is a hilarious multiplayer, stealth game where players hide as bushes, sneak, and sabotage friends in chaotic arenas. The art is simple yet expressive, and the humor lands consistently well. Matches are quick, making it easy to jump in and out, while the gameplay keeps everyone laughing and on edge. It's especially fun with local multiplayer, perfect for party sessions. While light in scope, it smartly focuses on fun and creativity. A sneaky little gem that knows exactly what it wants to be and sticks to it with confidence. Ruin Raiders makes turn-based strategy feel refreshingly tactical with its procedural maps and permadeath mechanics. The squad customization and weapon variety adds solid depth, while the visuals stick to a clean cartoon style that keeps things clear and focused. Each run feels different, pushing smart decision-making and patience. There's a good balance of challenge and reward, with enough upgrades to stay motivated. It's a fun descent into danger that encourages experimentation and careful planning without becoming overwhelming or too punishing. Dave the Diver is a creative mix of deep-sea diving and sushi restaurant management that keeps things fresh every day. The underwater sections are calm yet filled with purpose, while the nighttime restaurant work adds a fun sense of urgency. The pixel art style looks great, and the music fits each mood perfectly. There's a good rhythm between action and strategy, making each dive and dinner service feel meaningful. It's easy to get into, and there's always something new waiting, keeping the momentum going without losing focus. Doughlings Arcade brings a charming twist to the classic Brick Breaker formula with colorful visuals, quirky characters, and an addictive power-up system. Each level bursts with personality, keeping the action fresh and engaging. The satisfying gameplay loop, paired with smooth controls and upbeat music, creates a highly replayable experience. Creative enemy designs and humorous animations add to the game's joyful atmosphere. It presents a nostalgic yet modernized experience that fans of arcade-style games will find both entertaining and hard to put down. Hell Pie is a 3D platformer game in which players must collect components for Satan's birthday pie by grasping Nate, the demon of bad taste, horns. Players may traverse bizarre surroundings and face unpleasant individuals with his pet angel Nugget, who provides direction and can be utilized as a weapon. The game is a twisted spin on the classic mascot platformer with elements like becoming a devil, utilizing Nugget as a guide, and exploring 4 different realms. Gigapocalypse is pure pixel chaos in the best way. Giant monsters rampage through cities, leaving nothing but rubble behind. The destruction feels satisfying, and the upgrades add a fun layer of progression. Every kaiju has a unique style, and unleashing their powers never gets old. The retro visuals hit just right, and the soundtrack punches with energy. There's a fun rhythm to smashing, earning, and evolving. Anyone looking for some monster-sized mayhem will find this a wild and enjoyable ride worth stomping through. Dive into the mesmerizing 2D universe, which includes rich pixel art, many monster encounters, difficult stages, and power-ups. Explore 10 stages with animated backdrops, select from a range of character classes, play arcade mode, use numerous weapons and perks, unleash extraordinary special powers, and face a variety of foes and dramatic boss battles. Awaken your inner warrior with a variety of weapons, unique abilities, and the help of supernatural creatures. The game provides a totally immersive experience with its several difficulty levels. Tied Together thrives on pure chaotic fun. The game ropes up to 4 players together, literally forcing teamwork, laughter, and plenty of shouting. Its levels are cleverly designed with just the right amount of challenge to keep things engaging without becoming frustrating. The cartoony visuals and bouncy music create a playful tone that keeps the mood light even during tricky moments. Best played with friends on the couch, it rewards coordination and patience. A joyful test of friendship that's easy to jump into and hard to walk away from. Earth Atlantis runs with a bold concept. Imagine classic side-scrolling shooter gameplay set in a post-apocalyptic underwater world sketched like an old explorer's journal. The sepia-toned art style sets a unique tone, making each sea creature boss feel like a discovery. Controls feel responsive, and the game encourages exploration without holding hands. Its difficulty curve rewards patience, and the world keeps giving reasons to keep moving forward. A refreshing take that keeps things engaging without relying on loud spectacle or overdone effects. Slime Sand's Superslime Edition is a fast-paced platformer that oozes charm and creativity. With its vibrant pixel art and catchy chiptune soundtrack, the game pulls you into a quirky world inside a giant worm. Tight controls and clever level design make each stage a fun challenge, especially with the time-based mechanics and wall sliding. The additional content in the Superslime Edition adds tons of value, including new campaigns and mini-games. It's a wild, colorful ride that platforming fans will find both rewarding and addictively fun. Scrap Riders is a future cyberpunk adventure game in which players take on the role of Rast, a member of the Scrap Riders, an outlaw motorcycle gang. The game transports players across barren wastelands and sprawling metropolises governed by corporations. As a smuggler with a keen wit, players must overcome the difficulties of this post-apocalyptic world. The game has classic adventure gameplay, cutting comedy, a beat-em-up style, character growth and progression, a deep narrative with substantial mythology, original music written specifically for Scrap Riders, and challenging puzzles. Beyond a Steel Sky thrives on smart puzzles, sharp writing, and a clever sci-fi narrative. Its world feels alive, packed with witty dialogue and thoughtful design. The art direction, inspired by comic legends, gives every scene a unique flavor. Characters have personality, the story carries weight, and humor lightens just enough of the tension. It's easy to get lost in Union City's layers, both visually and thematically. For those who enjoy story-driven games with a good dose of brainwork, this one sticks in the mind. A young investigator, Hercule Poirot, is invited to a party held by the Van den Bosch family to celebrate their daughter's engagement. The gathering takes a nasty turn when a visitor is discovered killed during a snowfall. Poirot is charged with exposing secret facts and dangerous animosities within the house. As he goes into a fresh crime story, he navigates a complex murder mystery, finding the layers of duplicity that surround the Van den Bosch family. He works quietly with suspects to collect important information while keeping an eye out for unusual behavior.
I have some questions for you.
Wanderjahr pitches itself as a condensed role-playing game with real-time strategic battles and an engaging story. Within this vast world, A fundamental source code guides its existence. Surprisingly, we were able to find this code, giving us the capacity to rid this world of malevolence. Throughout history, mankind has committed itself to rewriting the universe's source code in order to change its very fabric. This seemingly inconceivable accomplishment looks tantalizingly close to being accomplished. Could this be the final test of our resilience and determination? Athenian Rhapsody is a wild, hilarious journey packed with absurd humor, strange characters, and unpredictable choices. Its retro pixel art and creative combat system mix comedy with strategic chaos in the best way. Every playthrough feels unique thanks to the game's focus on player decisions and branching paths. With clever writing and a tone that refuses to take itself seriously, it's hard not to laugh or be caught off guard. Easily one of the funniest and most original RPGs in recent memory. Vessels of Decay is a slow-burn, atmospheric adventure set in a decaying world where nature reclaims what's left behind. The visual style leans into moody detail, matched with ambient sounds that deepen the isolation. Puzzles feel organic, with exploration rewarded by environmental storytelling. Movement has a weight that adds tension to every step. Characters encountered are mysterious and intriguing, adding layers to the quiet narrative. It's a thoughtful game, one that favors mood and depth over spectacle, making each moment linger long after it's passed. Elrentaros Wanderings leans into classic RPG roots with vibrant pixel art, strategic turn-based combat, and a nostalgic soundtrack that fits just right. Characters are fun to follow, dialogue has personality, and progression keeps things interesting without dragging. The dungeon design encourages exploration with secrets tucked in clever spots. Combat may look simple, but rewards planning. Side quests are enjoyable, not just filler. This one respects the genre without feeling stuck in the past. Towaga, Among Shadows surrounds the player with dazzling light effects, intense combat, and an atmospheric soundtrack that syncs perfectly with the action. Each level feels hand-tuned for chaos and focus, making every encounter feel earned. The dual gameplay style ground and aerial combat keeps things fresh and demands quick reflexes. Animations are slick, and the art direction leans into a mystical vibe that sets the tone throughout. A satisfying arcade-style challenge that rewards persistence with style and flair. Dredge casts players into eerie waters where fishing becomes a tense, shadowy task. The calm daylight is deceiving, giving way to creeping horrors once night falls. With clever resource management and a creeping sense of dread, each trip into the fog builds suspense. The art direction is moody, the sound design adds weight, and the progression feels rewarding. There's something strangely satisfying about upgrading a boat while uncovering strange mysteries at sea. For anyone craving slow burn suspense with a dark twist, this is worth the voyage. Neon Abyss throws players into chaotic, neon-lit runs packed with action and randomness. Each run feels fresh, thanks to a wild mix of weapons, items, and unpredictable room layouts. The roguelite progression is addictive, with new rooms and characters unlocking steadily. Visually, it's loud and punchy, and the soundtrack keeps the energy high. The bosses are fun to learn, and the pet system adds just the right touch of madness. A great choice when quick reflexes and a bit of chaos sound like a good time. Blasphemous is a dark, atmospheric action platformer with brutal combat and a deep, unsettling world. The pixel art is rich with detail, every frame oozing with eerie religious iconography. Combat is punishing but fair, rewarding patience and precision. The soundtrack perfectly complements the oppressive tone, enhancing each twisted corner of CV Stodia. Exploration is rewarding, packed with hidden secrets and lore that begs to be uncovered. A must-play for those who appreciate challenging gameplay wrapped in striking art and unforgettable world building. Dead or School mixes 2.5D hack-and-slash combat with light RPG mechanics, set in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo crawling with mutants. The character designs pop with anime flair, and the upgrade system adds depth without slowing down the action. Combat stays satisfying with a variety of weapons and combos to master. Cutscenes add emotional weight, while the humor keeps things from feeling too dark. It's a surprisingly engaging ride for those who enjoy leveling up, slashing through enemies, and uncovering underground secrets. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.
In the face.